Hey, Aquarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your September 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aquarius, welcome. Now, I'm getting a message here around someone that you are separated from, or perhaps a relationship that you were in the past. Someone could be thinking about you, or there is a hidden agenda. And I bring that up not only because you have the Mask card showing up. This is about someone hiding their true feelings, maybe holding back. There could be delusions, pretending. Someone may have even gaslit you in some way, shape, or form. And I see with the High Priestess, this is secret. Someone is not being fully honest with, how they feel. And we see the Moon showing up, but you may already know this. This may be something that's already come up that has caused a separation or a drift in energy. And I feel like you're focusing on the new. You don't want this past energy is what I'm picking up on. You want to embrace harmony. You want to connect to people who respect you, share your vision, maybe have the same interest as you. You may be ready to open your heart to new blooming romances. You may be ready to date. You may be flirting. I also see someone is keeping tabs on you or keeping an eye on you. And as I say that, we actually have the Two of Wands, which is big old eyes. This is focus. Now this is showing up in your energy, so perhaps you have your eye on someone new, but I feel like someone from the past has their eye on you. So it feels like a little bit of triangulation happening here, Aquarius. Now, what do we have for your hopes and fears, solitude, and the outcome? You have a choice to make. Now, starting off your key themes, we do have the abundance card, which I like to see because regardless of what's gone on in the past, you are keeping an abundant mindset. You're looking at things not just as the glass half full, but you're filling your own cup all the way full, and you're starting to really initiate happiness and prosperity and positivity and blessings and gratitude. I feel like you could also be focused on your money and your finances and all areas of abundance in your life. And someone may not like that you are happy without them. Point blank here, bottom of the deck, you have separation. You have twin flame in reverse. Interesting. Now, I don't do twin flame readings, but in this case, some of you could be in separation from a twin flame. Okay, this is the yin to your yang, the peanut butter to your jelly. It's the other part of your soul, right? And this is union, duality, complementing energies, but it can also be polar opposites. I feel for some of you with the Mask, you may have thought someone was a twin flame and they were a false. There was a personification, which is literally on this card, a personification where this person was not a twin flame, and you may be waking up to that truth and saying, wow, I really thought it was them, but it was false. It felt very much real, but it was an illusion. And that may have messed with your intuition in some way, shape, or form. You thought, well, if I thought that was my twin flame and I couldn't even trust it, what can I trust? So there is a situation here around intuition and coming back into oneself, into one's soul self, with the High Priestess here showing up. There's been some sadness. This is bottom of the deck. This is subconscious energy. It is the conditioning, the beliefs. Someone's missing you, thinking about you, or very uncertain if you will ever connect with this twin flame energy again. And I feel like you're not living in the past though, or at least that's the message. The message is to take off any sort of barricades. Barricade, that's an interesting word. It almost sounds like barracuda in a way. So pretending, like we don't want to pretend. This isn't about, a game. I feel like the teddy bear energy with abundance is flirting. It's putting yourself out there, opening up new doors. But it does require you to open yourself up, maybe be vulnerable, to not hide your true feelings. And I feel like you just want that love. You want the mushiness of the teddy bear, right? I feel like someone could even have a nickname of Teddy or bear, Teddy or bear or teddy bear. You may have been given or gifted a teddy bear. Someone may be looking at pictures or looking at items. I'm getting like a piece of a ticket. Okay, this could be a piece of a ticket. Maybe you went to a festival or a movie, or someone has a ticket stub from an event, or they may come across it and they think of you, or maybe you think of them. Now, let's start off with your tarot here, Aquarius. You do have the High Priestess. It's showing up in reverse. You're keeping silent. You're keeping something to yourself. Okay, maybe this is you keeping your feelings hidden because you know that the feelings that you have are not reciprocated, or you may feel like it's not the right time. The High Priestess is about secrets. It can be the inner wisdom, right? It's the hush hush divine feminine. And I feel for some of you, you may be keeping it on the lowdown for now, right? It could even be a relationship where you're keeping it on the lowdown because you know that someone is keeping an eye on you, or you don't want external energies to sabotage or influence of some sort. But I also feel this has to do with you. This is your own intuition. And some of you, you're just not quite sure because the moon is here. And the moon is a lot of anxiety, but it's showing up in reverse, which means the truth is exposed. The shadow side of a situation has been exposed. That's why we have the mask coming off. If it hasn't already, it's about to. And that's actually going to set you up for balance, because something feels very one-sided. It feels like you've been putting in all the effort or the energy, or it feels like you've been honest, but someone has not. It feels very, 20-80. It's like 20% this person is giving you, if that, and 80% you're putting in all the work. And you deserve reciprocity. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. We're in this together. Common mutual respect, mutual trust. And when this shows up in reverse, someone is taking and not giving. Someone may resisting the opportunity to get help, to fix what has been broken, or to work on patterns that keep playing out in a dynamic. Now, what's below you is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is very respectable. He's very in touch with nature, right? He loves to be outside. You see him holding that sweet little bird. This is someone who has gained the respect of others, but it's through his own self-respect that makes him more likable, because he holds up to his own integrity. He is someone who focuses on his stability, his finances, his abundance. And I feel, Aquarius, female or male, it does not matter. This is about you creating a stable, respectable life for yourself. This is also feelings of building upon your empire, building upon, but you thought that you wanted to build with someone, or perhaps you started to, and I feel like somewhere along the line, something got muddied, right? There was muddied waters in a sense. And that's why this moon is coming in saying, wait a second, is this a dream? Is this an illusion? Is this my subconscious? What are my emotions telling me? I am not my emotions. What is my intuition telling me? So there is a lot of conflict within the mind, within the emotions, within maybe the external world that is causing anxiety here in the recent past. But with it showing up in reverse, I feel like some sort of truth is out in the open. This can also be enlightenment. Enlightenment. You're able to embrace or see a shadow. There's something you are seeing through. You're seeing through the masks of how something really is, the true nature of a situation. This is reality, like reality kicking in, even though it may be a hard pill to swallow in a sense. I feel like it is the catalyst to a turning point in your life. Now, what's above you here, Aquarius, is the Three of Cups. Could be friendships, family, people that you can rely on, that you can trust, that support you. This is harmony. This is what's showing up for you. This is beautiful. It could even be a circle of kindred spirits that come together for, I heard like for your rescue, but not that you need rescuing, Aquarius, but I feel like this is your tribe. This is your people. Maybe this is spiritual as well. I mean, cups can be intuitive, highly intuitive. And I feel like you're receiving support and helpful people, and maybe even new relationships that start off as friendships that have the potential to blossom and grow into maybe even romantic partnerships or lifelong friendships. Yeah. I also feel some of you had to work on releasing the feeling of being left out in the cold, okay? Or feeling a part of some sort of, I'm getting like triangulation. And we got that in the very beginning of your reading as well. Because in the near future, we do have some sort of offer or action taken towards the heart. You have the Knight of Cups showing up here. And that could be what is helping you is this Three of Cups coming in, helpful people, soul tribe, your family, your friends. This is, I'm getting companionship. And you're opening your heart and the stars are aligning. Look at this guy. He is on his kayak and it's nighttime and the stars are lighting the way. He doesn't have to be fearful of going into the unknown, right? Because the stars are going to light his journey. And the stars are aligning. Stars are all about dreams, guidance, and the promise of, you know, a bright and fulfilling path forward to light the way. And that's exactly where you are moving in the near future. Your intention has been set, or you're about to make an intention here. This is focus, focusing your energy, focusing your time, your efforts, because you are ready to manifest. But it requires you to get clear on what it is that you want to manifest so you can take action, so you can leap. And keep that heart open, because I see you taking action here and you really honing in with what it is that you want. And I feel like you do have this vision that you didn't have before. And how interesting that we actually have the mask showing up twice here. So let's look at this. Hiding true feelings. Someone may be opening up about how they truly feel. Okay, or you may be talking to someone. Yeah, maybe it's not a person who maybe gaslit you or someone who was hiding who they truly were in some way, shape, or form. But some of you could be connecting to a helper, a therapist, a coach, a healer, a shaman, a whoever, right? That could be also helping you see through the lens, see something for what it truly is. Now, what's going on in your environment? There is the Wheel of Change, Wheel of Fortune. When this Wheel of Fortune shows up, this is a turning point. You have an opportunity to step outside of a cycle, potentially a very karmic cycle for some of you Aquarians. But change is showing up in the environment. So it almost feels like some sort of truth, some sort of shattered illusion, shattered belief, relationship, pattern, dynamic that you were in, spinning in. Really, some of you, I'm getting like drowning in even. Some of you may have felt like you were spinning in it within your head or drowning in it within your emotions. There's change showing up, and it's going to launch you. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Launch you in a new direction. Wow. This is going to change everything in your life. This is going to change the course of your destiny. And I feel like this is really quite beautiful. Spirit says, look at the 5th card. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Hammer. You have sabotage, rebuild, persistence, working on it, repairing. What do we do when we're building something and the nail has bent, right? The nail has bent. We pull the nail out and we get a new one, right? And we continue to build. So if you try to build with that faulty nail, it's not going to hold something into place as a good, strong, solid nail would, right? So perhaps the message here is about taking out or pulling out or addressing the cracks in the foundation of what has been built so you can rebuild and repair and continue to work through or work on something here. Because the golden mirror is being held up to you at this time. And the mirror is also telling you that you can work on whatever this is here for you. Okay, work on it. You have been working on it. And you can come to this point where happiness and joy exists if it doesn't already, because something is coming back into balance. But it does require the hammer and the nail to not sabotage happiness and success, to rebuild after maybe loss, to stay persistent upon one's dream, to continue putting in the work and to repair the cracks in the foundation of your own belief system, Aquarius. Now, what's showing up in the hopes and fears? Hermit. Going to be alone for the rest of my life, or I'm going to be in this relationship but feel very segregated. I'm going to have to, I feel withdrawn or rejected or abandoned, all the things that tend to get us spiraling, all the beliefs, all the condition, all the fears. When the Hermit shows up as the fear, this is loneliness. It's a sense of feeling rejected or withdrawing from love, from relationships, or feeling that other people withdraw from you. And that may trigger up some abandonment wounds. But the hope here, which is important, very important. And the hope is that through a sense of solitude, through taking the time to reflect and to really get in touch with your inner knowing, that inner true self, that you will once again feel that high priestess in the upright, right? That you'll be able to step out of, the curtain, step from behind the curtain and come back to a sense of rejoining life, relationships, community in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like you will, but it requires this. And this is your outcome. It requires you to make a choice to not let the past suck you back in and to not let the future get away from you, in the sense that you're leaking energy to the past and into the future. It is important to stay present. Be here now, Aquarius. This is part of your message this month when it comes to matters of the heart. You have the dog with a stick in its mouth. Dogs are very loyal, and they also can be very happy when you throw a stick, right? They want to chase that stick. And I feel like there's something regarding duty, but we also have something very ancient here with the mummy or the Egyptian energy showing up. And then the robot right next to it, or perhaps the like Tin Man type of energy. And maybe there's a message in the Tin Man. What is the Tin Man? He doesn't have a heart, right? Yeah, the Tin Man without a heart. So I feel like there's a message here of not saying anybody doesn't have a heart, but you know, the Tin Man had that heart all along. And I feel like you may be opening up to a new belief system. Remember when the Tin Man and the Wizard of Oz hadn't been used for quite some time? The weather came in and, you know, it froze him over. So some of you may have gone through a tower moment that caused you to kind of hermit, and you didn't use any of your energy for a while to love. You use the protection piece, the healing piece. And even though the healing is a form of self-love, I feel like something is coming in here. The hand of the divine coming in with that serum, with that oil to oil up the Tin Man's crevices, if you will, and to have him regain life. There's something here about you rejoining life and learning from the past, but knowing that you don't have to repeat something. And I feel like you can trust in this. You are very loyal. And some of you, you're very steadfast and very loyal to your beliefs, Aquarius, but you are an air sign. You are the energy of expansion and growth and, you know, being able to manifest your dreams, turn them into reality. But the Two of Pentacles can also be finding balance in your life, staying calm in the midst of what's going on around you, and having a little fun playing. Don't be afraid to play, but don't be afraid to break out of cycles that have kept you in a state of imbalance. Let's get one clarifier for the Two of Pentacles here. You may have a choice to make, because I am getting the two energy, which is we have double twos with the Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. You may be weighing up pros and cons. Some of you may even be moving to a new location or a destination. Some of you could be transferring jobs as well. Someone could be at a distance and you may be asking, is this worth it? Do I want to move in this direction? Okay, we have the oh my gosh, the Two of Swords. So what's missing is the Two of Cups. Okay, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords can be reliving past trauma. And because the Two of Cups is the only two missing now, the Two of Cups is what hovers. The Two of Cups is important partnerships. It's a soulmate. It's separation. It can be healing past trauma. And I feel like that's what you are guided to do. And some of you are saying, Mel, I don't have past trauma, right? But the moon tells me that there's something that's coming up in your awareness that may have been buried deep in your subconscious. It's coming up to your conscious awareness for you to address and take a look at. The time is now. And maybe you weren't aware, but I feel like this has disconnected you in some way, shape, or form from your own intuition. And it's time to accept something of the past and to make a difficult decision, because it will be. It is going to be difficult in order for you to open yourself up, because it may require you to be truly intimate, truly vulnerable. And that's hard. That requires strength and courage, which a lot of people would rather shut down. A lot of people would rather live in discomfort in some way, shape, or form, because that to them feels comfortable. It feels easier, right? And this was a saying I just watched out of a movie. I just watched It Ends With Us, the book by Colleen Hoover. Saw that in theaters. And one of the messages that really stood out, because that movie mimics and mirrors a lot of what I grew up with. And the mom said, when the daughter asked, Mom, why did you stay? And the mother said, because it was easier to stay than it would have been to leave. And for some of you, There's a message here of staying in this past energy because it feels easier to stay in that because that's all that you've known, or because that's what you've grown accustomed to. And it really takes courage and strength and dedication and effort and willpower to choose a new path, choose a new direction, right? It also takes courage and strength and willpower and dedication to stay in a situation as well. Don't get me wrong, it does. But I feel like this is a difficult decision that needs to be made. And maybe this is you pounding that nail into a situation and saying, okay, this is it, boom. And you're working on it, and it's going to require your persistence to repair this situation within yourself or within a dynamic. All right, let's get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have, please, for the wisdom of the oracle? For Aquarius, please. We have the observer. The observer. You can see that there is a telescope looking right at that moon. So Aquarius, it's actually the day I'm recording this is on the full moon in Aquarius. How interesting. It's not going to come out on that day, but I feel for some of you, August 19th could be a significant time for you. Even if you're watching this in September, look back to that full moon because I feel like you will and have shed a lot. 49 is significant, could be an age. 49 is all about perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences so much that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of the times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you are engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. The moon is the illumination. Right? Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees. Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to do so. And that may be hard to focus when we can't see, the forest, the whole of it, the entirety of it. Feelings can get jumbled. We often hear one thing when a person really says or means another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely, Aquarius, the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. Yeah, I do feel like there is an energy of the Hermit that you are supposed to embody, which means taking a little bit of a time out for you to reflect, because emotions may be feeling very jumbled with the moon. This is a good time to get a new perspective. And we actually, we have the moon showing up here again, and we see the moon. It's like you're seeing something. You're seeing some sort of truth for what it is, or you are able to finally see from a higher perspective or from a neutral point of view instead of just what's suction cupped right, within the lens of our own self. So the message here as well is sometimes we are too personally attached to an outcome to be able to see the miracle. Because it's not always, it doesn't always turn out the way that we planned or expected. The perfect version of love is actually right in front of you. Remain neutral. Watch the miracle unfold. Yeah. There's things that you're observing here, and I feel like you're not necessarily meant to take action, even though I see change brewing, and the Wheel of Fortune is a turning point. But I feel like there is a pause before a choice is made. And we do see a choice being made, but try not to get sucked into the emotional aspect of it, and to gain a little bit of, perspective, because the Nine of Swords is also here, which means something of the past could be influencing the decision. And Spirit is saying, stay focused on the now, right? Stay focused on what's right in front of you. Let's get a message from the crystal spirits. And at this time, I just ask Aquarius, if you can, please close your eyes. Tune into that third eye chakra, the area between the eyebrows and the forehead region. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big deep inhale. Hold it as long as you can. And release with a nice big sigh from your mouth. And with your eyes still closed, tune into that third eye, and I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now this could be a crystal that you're familiar with, maybe even know the name of. Perhaps your crystal is showing up as a specific color, maybe hues of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, or violet. Maybe your crystal is a specific shape or size. Maybe your gemstones are polished. Maybe they're in their rawest of form. You could know the name of your crystal, or maybe you just feel the energies of unconditional love, protection, guidance, or even clarity. There is no right or wrong answer, Aquarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of the month, all you need to do is drop your crystal in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, we have Sunstone. Sunstone card 55. 55 could be someone's age. 5 and 5 also represents change, endings bringing in new beginnings. And I see here that this is breaking through obstacles. It is the card of freedom, overcoming limitations, and knowing that you can do it, knowing that you have what you need inside you to overcome any obstacles, right? You're not alone. You also have help here with the Three of Cups. This could be spiritual help, spiritual guidance, help and support through resources, through loved ones, friends. And the message for you is this: your past and your wounds do not have to keep you stuck in old patterns. You are free to end your current relationship, start a new one, or transform the partnership to be what you want it to be. While you can never control another person or determine every event or set of circumstances you will experience, you always have the freedom of choice. And we're getting all of that 2 energy showing up, right? The 2 of Cups is the choice of partnerships. While you can never control another person, it says this includes the freedom to stop and reconnect with the universe. drawing on the loving support and wisdom that can help you make the best choices for you. There are no limits on love, no obstacles to receiving that which you hope to experience. Enjoy your freedom, Aquarius, knowing that you have a firm foundation in the love that the universe has for you. This is beautiful. Now, I am getting a door being opened. I'm actually going to read to you part of the general message, because this is about being so restricted that we have, it says any one of us can become so used to being restricted that when we have the potential to move beyond limitations, we stare in disbelief, right? We stare in disbelief at the open door of the cage. It's like the whole bird in a cage theory, right? When the cage is open and the bird stays there because that's what it's used to. That's the conditioning. That's what it knows. And it would be too fearful to fly away and see what else is out there because it's too scary after one has spent so much time in a certain situation. Have you succumbed to the illusion of scarcity consciousness? Inaccurately seeing yourself as stuck in old patterns, telling yourself that the situation is the same as it's always been, when in truth it has begun to shift. Here's the truth. Here's the shift. Here's the change. It's right here. Sunstone Spirit's message is that the door really is open. Opportunities await you as you claim your freedom. You have the power, Aquarius, to break through barriers. The parameters of your life are not what you thought they were. So much more is available to you, more than you could have ever imagined. So believe in your freedom, spread your wings, and fly. You can do it. For Sunstone is here to strengthen your resolve, to leave that cage far behind as you drink in the pleasure of being free and ready to live in a new way. You can choose from an array of opportunities that the universe has made available. Let go and be liberated. The universe will help you avoid pitfalls and wrong turns that will wind you back around to the same old, same old. Simply enjoy the shift. Now is your time to experience the thrill of exhilarating freedom. Wow. Yeah, some of you, you're hammering the door closed to the past. Maybe that past does have to do with narcissism, love bombing, self-absorbed energy, or one-sidedness. Look at that. There's the challenge, the Six of Pentacles, one-sided energy. It's like the mirror is being held up for you now to see. You're able to shatter the mirror, right? Shatter it. Those beliefs of who you thought you were while you went in this survival mode, or whatever heartache, heartbreak, difficulty that you'd gone through. Yes, there's some bitterness. Yes, you've got cut by the cactus thorns here. But I feel like you are rebuilding, you're repairing, and you're going to continue working on and building the life that you know you deserve and that you are worthy of, Aquarius. That is what I have for you. I hope it resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that bell if you haven't already, and do drop your crystal spirits in the comment section below the video to be entered into that free reading giveaway. Thank you so very much for tuning in today, Aquarius. Lots of love.